up, guys? It is time for yet another tier list video. I'm your host, BC King, and today we are going to rank every single one of Ash Ketchum's companions from the Pokemon anime. Now, as you guys know, I have seen the entire Pokemon anime. I'm still watching it to this day, so I have seen the whole entire Ash Ketchum saga. And seeing as how he left around like a year and a half ago, I think now is a really good time to reflect on it a bit and see which companions I thought were the best, which ones I thought were not the worst, but like not the best. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we're going to go in chronological order, so we're starting with the Kanto companions, the OGs, of course, being Brock and Misty. So first up is Brock. Now here's the thing, Brock has to be an S by default, right? I mean, he was there for the first 4 generations, right? Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh. They kept bringing him back because they realized how popular he was, and I mean, he's got to be S rank, right? He's Ash's, you know, kind of big brother sort of character. He's funny a lot. His whole shtick with loving on girls and women is always entertaining. And I like how they switch it up every time, where they have a certain Pokemon or somebody pull him away from the woman he's trying to woo. Like, you got Krogunk and Sinnoh, you got May and Misty pulling his ear, and Hoenn and Johto and Kanto. So, Brock's just iconic. I do really miss Brock. They have brought him back in, like, Pokemon Journeys and in the Alola anime, so, he wasn't really quite as iconic as OG to be expected, but, yeah, Brock by default has to be an S tier, so, gotta put him there. As far as Misty is iconic. She did appear, a lot, but she didn't, unlike Brock, she wasn't there a lot after Johto. Like, she didn't, like, constantly follow Ash around. She appeared in Hoenn, and I think she didn't appear again until the Alola anime, so she had a bit of a break. So for that reason, I think I'm gonna go A tier. Just because I feel like, you know, Brock has the advantage of appearing more often and, you know, following Ash and them through 4 regions versus Misty being only 2. But Misty's a great character. I mean, this is the OG Ash Ketchum ship. Like, you know, Ash and Misty are still people's favorite, you know, honestly. But, you know, Misty's got a great character. She's a gym leader. They're both gym leaders, too. We got Brock as the pure gym leader. You got Misty as the water, or as the Cerulean-type gym leader, or Cerulean gym leader. And yeah, she's a fun, you know, kind of, not badass, but, like, kind of a strong, empowered, sort of, you know, female character. So, I do like Misty a lot, so I'll put her at an A tier. Tracy, I don't remember a whole lot because I wasn't that into the Johto anime at first. I did rewatch it and I ended up liking it a lot. But, I think out of the original trio here, I think Tracy's one I had the least amount of time to really reflect on. But Tracy's cool. I'd probably give him like a solid B. He's an artist, you know, he draws Pokemon, he's got a cool team with him. But similar to Misty, he wasn't around for that long. He was just around for the Johto anime, and then he left pretty quickly. I think he replaced Brock for a short time, right? Wasn't that the whole thing where Brock left to like go to a doctor's thing, and then Tracy replaced him? And then once Brock was done, he came back, and then Tracy left or something? I don't know, but yeah, Tracy was kind of short-lived, but he's a cool guy, cool character. He's got a good team with him. I like artists, so there you go. I'll give Tracy a B. Alright, going to the Hoenn people, we have May and Max. We'll start with May. So, personally, I prefer May over Misty. I always have. I'm not sure if I'd put May over Misty, though. I will give her an A, because I feel like for some reason, I think May's growth as a character throughout Hoenn was overall better than Misty's growth as a character throughout Kanto and Johto. And I think a lot of that has to do with May being in the contests, because you see her evolve as a trainer and as a person, like, as she goes to the, what do you call it, the Grand Festival, which is the, like, big competition once you get all the ribbons. So, yeah, seeing her evolve and seeing her team flesh out, she got, what, Blaziken at some point, so that was cool. She fought Ash at the end of the series, too, and they actually tied each other, I think, so that was kind of cool to see. But yeah, I feel like May was, at times, a bit more hard on Ash than even Misty was, and Misty was kind of rough on Ash a lot. So, yeah, but these two are kind of close for me. I think in my heart, I'd probably put May over Misty, but, you know, May was around for a shorter time than Misty was. I'm gonna keep her there. Again, they're both A tier. I don't think it matters like who goes where, like who goes above the other, because they're both amazing characters. So I'll put them both at A tier. Max, he's May's little brother. He's kind of a crybaby at times. That one episode where Ash wins their dad's gym badge and then he takes it and cries about it because he's, upset that his dad lost to Ash. I wasn't really vibing with that. I don't know. Like, I feel like, Ash earned that victory, and to have Max steal it and then lock himself in a closet because he was so mad at his father. I mean, I get his motives, but, I don't know. That scene didn't really vibe with me that much. But, I think Max is still a cool character. I think he's a cool, like, little brother, little kid sort of character. He's got some cool moments. He has no team, though, really, so I can't really rank him based off of that, because these other people that we're gonna rank do have like actual Pokemon teams. So I'll give him below B. I think that's where I'd put Max, but still a good character. I like Max. All right, here we go. We're getting to Gen 4. We only got one here, which is Dawn, and I'm pretty sure I've said multiple times, but if my number one pick as far as the best female companion that Ash has had did not exist, Dawn would be for sure number one. Dawn is my number 2. I really do like Dawn. I think Dawn's an easy S tier. I feel like her growth is similar to May's because they both participate in the contests. I feel like Dawn, though, is a lot more fleshed out because, the contests in Sinnoh are a lot more complex and a lot more demanding than the Hoenn contests. And seeing Dawn's team really just stand out, especially during the Grand Festival, like that fight against Zoe was fantastic. I love that fight. Like, really cool animation, really cool moves going on. And similar to May, I feel like Dawn was also really hard on Ash, compared to Misty, for sure. They got some really cool, like, bonding moments going on there. So, and I like Dawn's team, too. I like Mamoswine. I like, Piplup, obviously. Pachirisu's alright. Baneri's cool. Who else did she have? She had, Togekiss, right? She got Togekiss from that one queen, right? That was a cool Pokemon, so, I feel like her team was definitely, probably better than May's and Misty's. Not by a whole lot, but, yeah, I just feel like Dawn's overall moments for me really struck out, or really struck, what's the word? They resonated more with me versus May and Misty, so, yeah, Dawn's probably my second favorite female companion here. We'll get to my first one here in a bit, but, easy S tier. Okay, the Unova companions. Now, here's the thing. If you guys probably know by now if you've been, listening to thoughts about the anime. The Unova anime has not been received well, and for good reason. I feel like there were a lot of mistakes made in the Unova Black and White anime. The companions weren't really one of them, but they're definitely not the best companions. So first up, we have Silent, who is a Pokemon connoisseur, who basically, like, ranks Pokemon based on various factors. He's like a detective, too, at times. Evaluation time! That shit kind of got old a little bit. But, yeah, Silent's a gym leader like Brock and Misty, but, he just, I don't know, he felt like sort of a tacked on sort of, companion character. So, I might go down to C, honestly. Again, I do like Silent. He's a cool character at times. He's got some really cool moments. But, I don't know, it felt a little bit random to have him. Like, why couldn't it be Chili or Cress, like one of the other gym leaders? Yeah, I don't know, I just think one of the other gym leaders of Unova would have been a better companion, personally, but I still do like Silent. His team's kinda cool. He's got Crustle, he's got Pansage, he's got, Stunfisk, so not the best team, but it's an okay team in my opinion. And yeah, his whole shtick as a gym leader slash connoisseur is kind of cool. But yeah, never really vibe with me, honestly. Iris is kind of the same way. Here's the thing. As a champion in Pokemon, like in Black 2, White 2, I adore Iris. You guys know, I love Iris being the champion in Black 2, White 2. In the anime, I'm kind of the opposite. I think Iris can be really annoying at times, and the big reason why is because she always calls Ash a kid. She's like, you're such a little kid. It's like, dude, you're the same age as him. You're both like 10 years old. So, I think that shit got a lot more tiring than Silent's whole, like, evaluation time gimmick. But I think Iris's team especially is a lot better than Silent's here. I'm gonna give Iris a B. Like, probably above Max. I might move Max down to C, honestly. I don't know. Yeah, I'll keep him there. I think Iris is more of a B than Max is. Because, again, her team is really damn good. You got Excadrill, you got Dragonite. Her Dragonite was a badass, man. Like, that face, he was always so serious. Like, it was a strong Pokemon for sure. And then she had, obviously, Axew, who becomes Haxorus in Pokemon Journeys. Honestly, I feel like her return in Pokemon Journeys was probably better than most of her Unova moments, in my opinion. Because now she's the champion of Unova. She's got her whole new outfit on. She's got Haxorus. She's got a bunch more Dragon-type Pokemon on her team. That Dragonite's still with her, obviously. So yeah, I think Iris and Silent definitely deserve more respect, but I feel like they're definitely among the lower tier of Ash companions. But I do like Iris a lot, so I'll give her a B. Not really above Tracy. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna go above Tracy. I think Iris is probably more memorable than Tracy is for me, so I'll go B tier for both. Stop! Now she'll die a virgin. Stop! Stop it! Okay. Stop. Okay.
Stay the fuck in the fucking car!
Oh, fuck! That was a sneak peek of all the content that you might be missing out on by not becoming a YouTube member. When you're a YouTube member, you get so much bonus content such as all my anime watch-throughs, classic content like old Twitch streams, movie watch-alongs, and more. So what are you waiting for? Hit the join button down below, pick the tier you want, and enjoy all the benefits that come with your YouTube membership. If you're already a member, thank you for your support, enjoy your benefits, and now let's get back into the video. Alright, here we go, the Kalos people. This one might get interesting. So first up we have Bonnie, who is similar to Max in that she's Clement's little sister, who we'll get to here in a second. And she kind of has her own Pokemon. She has Dedenne, even though Clement is the one who technically owns it, but he's taking care of it. I think Bonnie has a lot better moments than Max ever did in the Hoenn anime. So Bonnie for me is probably going to be somewhere in the B tier. I would say probably there above Iris. I really did like Bonnie's character. She's got a lot of cool moments. I feel like her sad moments kind of made more of an impact than Max's did, because I feel like Max was too much of a crybaby at times, versus Bonnie where her emotional moments really made sense and they had like more impact to them. And yeah, I just feel like her character was a lot more fleshed out in this anime versus Max in the Hoenn anime. And yeah, she has really no team, obviously. Max doesn't have one either, but I feel like Bonnie just, felt a bit more fleshed out as a character. So, yeah, I really enjoyed Bonnie. Now, Clement, this might be a hot take here. This might be a hot take. I'm gonna put Clement, surprisingly, below Bonnie. I think Bonnie as a character was a lot better than Clement, and I do like Clement. Like, him being a scientist and him making these inventions, and he's a gym leader, him fighting Ash as well was a really, really good battle. But I don't know, I think I liked Bonnie a lot more than Clement over the entire Kalos anime. I feel like Bonnie just had a lot more moments that made me emotional, made me, like the episode, and I don't know, it's really close here, but I feel like Clement just doesn't really have as much impact for me as Bonnie did in the Kalos anime, so yeah, it's very close, but the little sister prevails for me. Sorry, might be a hot take. If you think Clement's better, that's fine. If you think Clement is the better sibling here, totally get it. But for me, as far as like emotional impact, character moments, and overall iconic status, I feel like Bonnie's probably the better one for me. So there we go. All right. Here we go. You guys know, if you've listened to me before, I like all the Pokemon ships, right? I like all the Ash Ketchum ships. I love Misty shipping. I love Dawn's shipping. But if I have to pick one that I think is by far the best ship for Ash, it's definitely Amore shipping, which is the Serena ship. I love and adore Serena so much. She is probably my favorite companion in all of in Ash's history. Might be a hot take, I know. Above Dawn and Brock, I know people are gonna be like, what are you thinking? But hear me out, alright? Serena is, again, pretty similar to not Misty, May and Dawn in that she takes part in Pokemon contests, or I guess Pokemon showcases, as they're called in Kalos. Her character goes through quite a cycle here throughout the entire anime. She loses a contest, and she cries about it, she cuts her hair, and she becomes like this short-haired, cute version of herself. And again, her obvious quality here is that she loves Ash, right? She is the only person here who has shown canonical feelings for Ash, and actually kisses him at the end of the series, which was what we all wanted. They didn't show it on screen, obviously. They kind of like, you know, had their feet, like, they showed their feet as they were kissing, but, yeah, I mean, that's got to propel her up to S status, right? The fact that they actually went through with that, they not only gave her this cool, you know, character cycle with the Pokemon showcases, but to give her that moment and let her be the first one to actually kiss Ash off screen, that's great. And her team's good too. I like Sylveon. I like Braixen. I liked Pancham was cool. Was that it? I think it was. I might be missing one, but yeah, I adore Serena. She is the best girl in Pokemon anime. Love her so much. If you guys disagree, I get it, but not changing my mind. I like Serena. Always have, always will. Alright, now this one might get a bit, might get a bit, little bit, not weird, but a little bit, complex here. We have all of the Alola companions. We got 5 of them here. So first up, we have Kiawe, who I think is probably the better of the male companions here, from him and Sophocles. I'm gonna give Kiawe probably an A. I feel like he's the one who pushed Ash the most in the Alola anime. You know, all their battles were good, all their moments. His team was good with Turtonator. I think he's probably one of my favorite trial captains in the entire Alola anime. So, yeah, I adore Kiawe. Lana might be my least favorite. Not because I hate her, but because I felt like her character wasn't as cool as the other ones here. And her moments didn't really stick out to me that much. So I'm going to give Lana probably like a mid-B here. I'm going to say probably even below Iris. I don't know. I feel like Lana had her moments, and her team is fine. But, like, I'm thinking of moments that these other people have had in Alola, and hers is probably my least favorite. She just didn't have that, like, iconic status that, like, Lily had, for example. Speaking of Lily, she is definitely an A tier. I love Lily. Her whole, like, Aether Paradise arc with her mother and Gladion and, her whole growth as a character, because if you remember, she couldn't touch Pokemon originally. She was afraid of touching Pokemon because of what happened at, Aether Paradise with, Nihilego. So, seeing her growth and her, like, you know, touching Pikachu and then having her own Pokemon, Snowy, her lone Bullpix was cute. So, yeah, Lily was great. I'm putting her above Kiawe, actually. I think Lily is probably my favorite for sure of the Alolan crew here for sure. Mallow's probably like a low A. That moment where you see her mother in the fog always gets me. Like, that is an instant cry moment in the entire Pokemon anime. Seeing her mother, who, again, if you remember, her last words to her mother were, "I hate you," because her mother got sick and she couldn't spend time with her. So her mom's last words before she died to, like, cancer or something were her daughter saying, "I hate you." So to have that reunion and seeing that Mallow's being so forgiving, saying I'm sorry, her mom's forgiving her and saying that it's okay, I still love you, that was super duper emotional. I love Mallow. She's probably my second favorite of the female ones here. Sophocles, I would probably go with like a B, like somewhere in B tier. I might move Tracy down to C, honestly. I'm not sure. Actually, no. We're gonna keep him at B because there's a C one come up that I gotta put there. Sophocles is probably like a probably like right there. I think Sophocles has a better character arc than Lana does for sure. that one episode where they got the Charge-a-Bug race was kind of cool, where it evolves into Bike-a-Volt. And he has a lot of cool moments where, like, his family is going away and he moves away, and then he's like, oh wait, I'm not moving that far, and then he cries, and his all of his friends you know, comfort him. That was a cool episode. But yeah, I couldn't put him above Kiawe though. I feel like Kiawe is probably the better of the male Alola companions, but I still like Sophocles. Okay, the Pokemon Journeys companions. We have Chloe and we have Go. I'm gonna rank Go first because I know where Go's gonna go. Go's probably like a high A. I know people don't like Go that much. I like this whole arc where he had this whole goal to catch one of every Pokemon. He didn't do it, obviously, which is kind of sad, but he caught a lot of good ones. He caught freaking Suicune, for God's sake, and he caught didn't he catch Eternatus as well? Wasn't that his Pokemon, or was that Ash or Leon's? I think it was Go's, right? And then his team was great too. He had Cinderace. He had who else? Drizzile. Or no, he had Inteleon, right? Yeah, he was a cool character. I really did like Go. I know people didn't like him because of his whole arc thing with like catching every Pokemon. He wasn't really known for having a lot of battles too, but he was cool. I liked him. I might put him lower though. I might put him below Misty and May. Maybe even below Lily. But I'd probably put him there. I'd say that's a good spot for him. So we'll put him in A tier. Chloe was kind of a there character for me. She had some cool moments, but I'm gonna go C here. I mean, she wasn't really that relevant in the Journeys anime. She was fine, but like, they didn't really give her a chance to like, you know, have a lot of battles and really grow her character that much. So, yeah, I'm gonna say C. These last two, I'm gonna not talk a whole lot about because these are the two from Pokemon I Choose You, the movie. And I've only seen that movie like one time, so I do remember what like some stuff that they do. But Soren and what's her name, Verity, right? Soren and Verity. I'm gonna say C here, not because I hate them, but because I feel like they just didn't have enough time to shine, and they're only in like one movie, so you know, not a whole lot of time to, like really flesh out their characters. So, but yeah, they were cool. You know, they had some fun Ash moments with him. And they were fine, you know, they were cool companions, but definitely not on the higher ups here. I'd probably go like maybe, are they worse than these three though? You know what? Might be a hot take. I'm putting Max as the lowest. I'm sorry. I do like Max, I really do. But if I have to rank all of these, I think Max might be my lowest. So there we go. I think now I'm good with that. That is my list. Actually, wait, hold on. Do I move Misty to S? No. I'm keeping her there. Okay, that is my list. There we go. That is me ranking every single Ash Ketchum companion. So there you go. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below, because I know people are going to have some hot takes here, and I fully expect it. But, again, all takes are welcome. What do you guys agree or disagree with? What do you guys think of this list? So, let me know in the comments down below. But in the meantime, make sure you guys subscribe, ring that bell, and smash that like button if you enjoyed today's video. And I will see you guys, as always, in the next one. Bye, everybody!